The Pittsburgh Steelers are off to Hollywood for Week 11, headed there to play the AFC reps of SoFi, the LA Chargers. The Bolts QB suffering another short circuit last week, and not the kind that made that robot in the 80s think he was alive.
Justin Herbert, lots of time this time, throwing over the middle. Kendrick's diving for it, he's got the pick.
Justin Herbert against the Vikings, under 200 yards, under 6 yards per attempt, rating under 75.
Hit again as he throws, looking for Allen, it's incomplete.
He's had a rating under 75 in 3 of his last 4 now. His completion percent in the 50s in 3 of his last 4. 4 INTs in that span.
Herbert intercepted, picked off. Phillips running down the sideline, and he's in.
His skid has seen him play some good pass defenses, and if you go off last week, the Steelers have one of those too. Held Jared Goff to 114 yards.
Thrown and almost intercepted.
Great adjustment right at the last second by Trey Norwood to get his hand in there.
They just hadn't fared that well prior to that showing.
Lost one of the end zone, it is caught for the touchdown.
Their front produced 4 sacks, TJ Watt grabbing himself one.
He is going to be sacked. And there's TJ Watt.
But Watt left that game with a hip injury. Hard to say if he'll play this week, though the injury isn't as bad as it could have been. They aren't the same without him, obviously. He's DPOY material.
Pressure, didn't see it. TJ Watt. Look out, Myles Garrett. Watt's coming after the league lead in sacks.
Herbert took 2 sacks last week and has been sacked 2 to 3 times in a game, 7 of their 10 games.
Herbert's in trouble and he's sacked back of the 5.
When he was upright against the Vikings, he kept feeding Keenan Allen. He's targeted him 10-plus times in 3 straight.
Then it's caught. It went over the defender and into the hands of Keenan Allen.
But once again, Herbert wasn't able to get things going with Mike Williams. He hasn't had more than 4 catches or 60 yards in 4 straight.
Quick toss and in and out of the hands of Mike Williams. If he secures it, it's a touchdown.
The Steelers' starting corners those two will square off with have both held their own despite their D's overall play against quarterbacks.
Harrigan out deep. Hanging in the air and incomplete.
Pittsburgh is hoping to have Big Ben back. We'll have to track when he comes off the COVID list. Without him, well, it was Mason Rudolph, which likely explains why they tied a winless team.
It's only a 3-man rush on Rudolph and intercepted. He threw it past his receiver.
Rudolph threw the ball 50 times, his yards per attempt under 5, and he not only didn't get sacked, he wasn't even hit once on 50 pass attempts.
Still time for Rudolph and a high throw. Receiver was open. That's Deontay Johnson.
The QB who gets the nod will face a Chargers defense that gave up close to 300 yards to Kirk Cousins, 2 TDs, no picks.
Cousins over the middle. Oh, a dart into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Chargers normally do play the pass better than that, though.
Hurts. Pass is knocked away, and Adderley makes the play.
But the opposite is true of their run defense. They held Dalvin Cook under 4 yards per carry.
Cook. Oh, my. What a hit from Derwin James. That's 33 on 33 crime right there.
Whoa. But for the year have been allowing ball carriers to run wild.
We're adding to it, stiff arming, keeping his balance. It's a foot race. Down the sideline, touchdown.
They'll test their hand with Najee Harris next. He had 100 yards on the ground on 4 yards a carry, which all Steelers fans will tell you is like hitting at 5 a carry behind their line. I'm not saying that, Steelers fans are. You cannot talk about Harris without noting that without getting yelled at.
Najee Harris, another Steeler first down.
The injury report will play a big role in this game, so make sure to keep your eyes and ears open. Pittsburgh, it could have been worse, and there was an explanation last week, whereas in LA, there's a little more head-scratching going on, like Samir at the fax machine. Both teams very much in the postseason race. Who comes out on top? Tell us in the comments section. We'll show you what we got here. No, not again. Why does it say Paper Jam when there is no Paper Jam?